How do you stand out in a world filled with competition? Well, you get a facelift. This is the Hyundai Palisade, and as you can see, it's gotten some work done. With the revised front fascia, interior, and the introduction of a new rugged trim, it's received, altogether now, a mid-cycle refresh. We have fun here, don't we? Here's some quick details. Introduced in 2020, this is Hyundai's biggest vehicle. It's a 7 or 8 seat mid-size SUV that shook up the car market when it arrived, presenting a practical and stylish alternative to its competition. Propelling Hyundai's big boy is still the 3.8-liter V6 making 291 horsepower linked to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Front-wheel drive is standard, and all-wheel drive is optional on all trims for an extra $1,900. Fuel economy is on par with the segment, but a hybrid option would be nice right about now. And if you plan on towing, the Palisade has a max tow capacity of 5,000 pounds. Up front in the driver's position, seating is comfortable. I'm 6'4", I have plenty of head and knee room, and the seats are highly adjustable with some great lumbar support. You also get a tilt and telescopic steering wheel, and this is the calligraphy trim, so you get some nice materials like suede headliner and leather on the doors, and even the doors have some great storage space for your phone, for keys, for your wallet, whatever you want to put in there. But up here, it's a great place to be. And back here in the second row, it's no different. It's very comfortable. The seats slide and recline, and you even have an armrest that reclines with you when you take the seat back. And some amenities back here, you have rear sunshades here. You have USB-C ports on the back of the front seats, which is kind of cool if you need to fast charge your device. And you have your temperature controls right here to cool off like me because it's sweating in Asheville. But besides that, I mean, this is a great place to be. Let me show you the third row. Now the third row, that's a different story. You can access the third row via this button here. It'll scoot the seat forward and you just hop right in. So this is primarily made for smaller adults or kids. I mean, I got a couple inches of knee room and a couple inches of headroom, but it feels really tight back here. So I wouldn't suggest putting full-size adults back here for a long period of time. It's more so made for smaller folks, which is still cool. In the cargo area, there's 18 cubic feet of space behind the third row. Fold down the third row seats for 45.8 cubic feet. And for maximum volume, the second and third row seats folded yields 86.4 cubic feet. And on the subject of seats, 8-passenger seating is only available on the lowest SE and SEL trims. Higher trims receive captain's chairs. Up front, I love how this is laid out. The shifter is intuitive. It does take a little bit getting used to, but once you get it, it's nothing. And the buttons are nice and big, no distractions there. And I love the space. There's a nice big center console with the tray for your coins. And there's also a gimmicky cup holder that folds out when you press these buttons. And there's space for your phone and also under the center stack because this is an electronic shifter. Overall, it's really easy to use, and speaking of easy to use, there's this 12.3-inch touchscreen that's standard across the board, and I love this system. It's quick, responsive, it's snappy. It definitely eases your trips because it limits your distractions. The multimedia system also includes navigation and standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone integration connected via USB-A plug. Sorry folks, there's no wireless option here. Applied to the pavement, the Palisade drives well. It has predictable handling and provides a graceful and confident ride. Honestly, the Palisade has some pretty easy road manners, and that can be a good thing because when you're hauling your family in this, you want the drive to be as easy as possible. The cabin is decently quiet and visibility over my left shoulder is good. However, over my right shoulder, if somebody's occupying that second row seat, it can get blocked. But thankfully, there's standard blind spot monitoring and there's a blind spot camera in your gauge cluster. Some other standard safety features will include forward collision assist with pedestrian detection, lane follow and lane keep assist, and navigation-based smart cruise control with stop and go and curve control. Power delivery in the Palisade is adequate. I mean, the V6 delivers linear power And it doesn't feel like it has turbo lag with a lot of the turbocharged SUVs that are out there nowadays. And if you pack the cabin full of people and kids, it'll get the job done. And if you ever want to change up your driving dynamics, there's drive modes like Eco, Sport, and Snow. Hyundai also has a dirt course for us to take these family SUVs off-road. Let's see how it does. If you plan on taking this off the beaten path to get to your hiking path, the Palisade, it goes through mud and dirt just fine. You don't want to do any rock crawling in your Palisade, but if you're going in the mud, dirt, sand, you'll be all right. One thing that I have noticed going off-roading in the Palisade is when you are getting close to a really sketchy departure or approach angle, your parking sensors are gonna go off. So conveniently, they have placed the buttons to deactivate that right here next to the mode select button. That was very thoughtful, but don't forget to turn them back on.
For the doggy.
Thank you. And now I bet you're asking, well, how much is a Palisade? Well, with 5 trims to choose from, base MSRP is $34,950, not including destination charges for an SE trim, which includes the standard features mentioned earlier, AC vents in all 3 rows, paddle shifters, LED headlights, and highway driving assist. Move up the trim ladder to add features like LED taillights, hands-free liftgate, power folding 3rd row, leather trimmed seats, 2nd row captain's chairs, 3 rows of USB-C outlets, dual zone climate control, wireless charging, heated steering wheel, a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster, surround view camera, dual sunroof, Harman Kardon premium audio system, and heated and ventilated front and 2nd row seats, and class exclusive 3rd row heated seats. Want to stand out? Check out that new XRT trim starting at $40,250. That'll give you rugged aesthetics like a dark grille, skid plate accents, black lower bumpers in front and back, lower door garnish, 20-inch black alloy wheels, black roof rails, and the XRT badge. And if you're considering taking the luxury route, the calligraphy trim starting at $48,900 includes these 20-inch alloy wheels, chrome exterior accents, digital rear view mirror, ambient lighting, and Nappa leather seats with Hyundai's Driver Ergo Motion seat, which is basically a seat massager. Sorry guys, I had to come inside because it's raining, but that actually reminds me to tell you about KBB.com. If you don't want car sellers to rain down on your car purchase parade, go to KBB.com and get a fair purchase price for a vehicle like the Hyundai Palisade or any of its competitors. And those competitors include so many SUVs like the Toyota Highlander, Ford Explorer, Honda Pilot, Subaru Ascent, Volkswagen Atlas, Nissan Pathfinder, and can't forget about the platform mate, the Kia Telluride. The Hyundai Palisade is a satisfying SUV that continues to stand out amongst its competition. And now, with the revised front end, that new rugged style trim, and a luxurious and practical interior, you can't deny yourself a second look at what Hyundai is offering.